Do you want to lose weight quickly? Well, look no further. I used to be 200 pounds until I tried this method, and now I've shed so much the scale doesn't even register my weight. I used to be called Fatty Fran by schoolmates. They used to point fingers and gawk at me as I held my head down in shame. When our class went on a field trip, I would have to sit alone, not only because I had no friends, but because my entire body took up a 3-person seat. Students would pour their leftovers over my head as if I were a trash can, because they said I would eat anything. And they were right. All of them were right. I was fat, ugly, and a disgusting human being. I would cry myself to sleep every night and wonder, why can't I be like them? Why couldn't I be like the girl in the ad? The one wearing the red bikini, a happy smile on her face. She was happy because she was skinny. I was sad because I was fat. I was sick of being fat. I looked into the eyes of that ad girl and I spit into her face. I was going to be like her. I was going to be better than her. I swallowed down donuts, cake, and everything you could eat to gain weight. I ate until my stomach was so full that I felt like I was going to explode. Then I collapsed into the bathtub in exhaustion. It didn't matter what I ate. I could eat anything I want. I will never be fat again. I held the shimmering knife in my hand, waving it gracefully in front of my face. This was the solution to all of my problems. This knife would carve away all the fat and leave behind a beautiful, skinny, happy girl. I placed the tip of the butcher knife on my stomach. This was what needed to go. That was where all my fat was contained. I rammed the knife deep enough to show the handle only, and I dragged it across the other half of my stomach. My entrails rushed out along with heaps of blood. The sound of my guts falling into the tub made me smile. It was working. I was happy again. All of that pain was gone. After that, I moved on to my face. I've always hated my face. It was so round. It made me look fat. I puffed out my cheeks and sliced them off. The flesh and meat fell into the tub along with the remainder of my stomach. I wasn't halfway done yet. Oh no, there was so much more. So much more fat to remove. I had to look exactly like the ad girl. I had to be skinny. I moved on to my legs, arms, and everything else that remained, keeping the ad girl in mind. Once I was finished removing every visible piece of fat, I managed to stand up in the tub, my feet stepping over mounds of blood, flesh, meat, and guts producing a sickening, squishy sound. I laughed as I almost tripped over the liquid mass of bloody fat blanketing the tile floor. Funny how something disgusting could produce something beautiful. The sight of myself in the mirror was shocking. I looked completely different. The results were positive. I looked like I was 100 pounds skinnier. I was skinny. Nothing else mattered. Not even the bones that showed through my flesh, or the visible exoskeleton that coated my face, or the blood dripping from my eye, dangling from its socket, or the torn-apart mouth revealing my pearly whites, formed into a satisfied grin. Oh, it's good to be skinny. I could finally be happy now. I smiled like that girl in the ad and winked at my reflection. I twirled around with glee. I was so beautiful. The ring of the doorbell interrupted my joy. It must be the boys, lining up to have a chance to go out with me. The girl from the ad. Yes, that is me. Skinny, beautiful, gorgeous girl. I danced over to the door, ignoring the incessant ringing and wailing of sirens. They must be anxious to get to me. Am I really that pretty? I swing the door open with the same grin on my face. I can't frown because my whole face would fall apart. It doesn't matter because I had nothing to frown about. It was the police. Even the police wanted to look at me. The woman police officer surprised me. Why was she here? Perhaps she wanted to find out my weight loss secret? She was a little on the hefty side. Us skinny girls don't reveal our secrets to people like her. But the officer on the right, oh, he was just dreaming. He was yelling and talking into his communication device. I couldn't make out what he was saying because one ear was torn off, but I heard the words skin, ambulance, and terrible. For a moment, I felt dizzy. I passed it off, but before I could sit down, I fainted into the officer's arms. My weight loss technique had worked. They would never call me Fatty Fran again.